Sucks up over your knees productions, you know how we do.
Hey, this is Konata bigging up Big Truck Entertainment report and review. You see this one? Ja! Pressure!
What's up? This is the Big Truck Entertainment Report and Review. It's been a while, but we are back. We are bringing you a review on the Notting Hill Carnival 14 years on from an article that I wrote. So here is the article with a refresher. It says, welcome to the Big Truck Entertainment Report and Review. This week we revisit a story that began 14 years ago, a story that continues to evolve, challenge, and inspire. Back then I published an article exploring the structure behind the London Notting Hill Carnival Limited, a body formed in the wake of the Clare Holder fiasco in 2003. That transition replaced the Notting Hill Carnival Trust and was meant to usher in a new era of accountability and collaboration. The London Notting Hill Carnival Limited was designed to be run by the chairs and executive representatives and 5 key carnival arts arenas. That's Calypso, Steel Pan, Mobile Sound Systems, Static Sound Systems, and Masquerade Bands. These include notable figures like Shabaka Thompson's Association of the British Calypsonians, Pepe Francis, British Association of Steel Bands, Ricky Belgrave, Association of Static Sound Systems, and Chris Sharp, Great London International Mass Association, and Angela Duncan on the Notting Hill Mass Band Association. We can't forget them. You know what I'm saying? The Tabernacle Carnival Village became the central hub for this new structure. At the time, the hope was that the reorganization would bring clarity, unity, and sustainability to the carnival. But fast forward to today, the situation has not only failed to improve, in many ways it has worsened. Just 2 years ago, some of the most prominent personalities in the UK carnival scene were barely able to put on a carnival band. Major ones, not just smaller groups, were forced to share trucks, a practice that was once rare and was now a sign of desperation. Up until the eve of the event, they were still struggling to get trucks on the road. This wasn't just a logistical hiccup. It was a symptom of a deeper systemic issue that had gone unaddressed for far too long. Each year, small problems accumulate. They're not always visible to the public, but they're felt by those who work tirelessly behind the scenes. And while I won't list every issue here, this isn't about pointing fingers. It's clear that the carnival is suffering from a lack of structure, support, and foresight. The crowds have grown exponentially. Not everyone comes for carnival itself. The rise of the static sound systems playing reggae, Afrobeat, drum and bass, R&B, hip-hop, and UK drill has transformed the event into a hybrid cultural space. While diversity in music is beautiful, it brings its own challenges. Each genre attracts its own crowd, its own energy, and its own risk. In the Caribbean carnivals, the music is predominantly calypso and soca. Actually, it's all calypso and soca. The incidents are rare, but in London, the blend of genres has led to a rise in our disturbances and safety concerns. Some of these genres, particularly drill and certain styles of rap, have been linked to violent behavior. This isn't about demonizing the music, it's about acknowledging the reality on the ground. When thousands of people gather, fueled by alcohol and adrenaline, music encourages aggression. The results can be dangerous. This brings us to the safety of the masqueraders, especially young women. Customs designs have evolved, and today's designs often leave little to the imagination. In a metropolitan city like London, with unsupervised crowds and minimal safeguarding, this creates a volatile environment. I feel for the safety of these young ladies, and the combination of revealing costumes, intoxicated crowds, and the lack of control is a recipe for disaster. Financially, the situation is equally troubling. Carnival bands invest enormous time, money, and creativity into their presentations, yet many report breaking even at best, and some suffer significant losses. Meanwhile, external promoters and vendors profit handsomely. The carnival is named after the carnival bands, yet they receive little to no compensation for their efforts. This imbalance is unsustainable and unjust. So where do we go from here? One suggestion that has been floated and often rejected is relocating the carnival. I understand the resistance. Notting Hill is iconic. People feel a deep connection to the area and believe that they have the right to celebrate there. But the truth is, the carnival has outgrown the space. The infrastructure cannot support the scale of the event. If it were just a parade route and just the carnival bands, then perhaps it could work. But with the addition of the static sound systems, the massive crowds, safety becomes a serious concern. We need to rethink how we do this. One simple challenge could be starting and finishing the carnival earlier. This would be a I think that's probably the best solution. Most of the trouble happens late in the day, and earlier schedule could help separate the cultural celebration from the chaos that often follows. But here we have a problem because there are plenty of parties and raves or fetes, as we call them, that go on the night before. So lots of people are getting in really late, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and they have spent a lot of money for their customs. And guess what? They want to participate in Notting Hill Carnival. So if they get in at 3 and 4, they sleep for 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours. Some people don't sleep at all, but those people feel like they need to get their rest first before they parade around, the London Notting Hill Carnival streets, because it is a pretty big route. And they get there 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's really not good. So it'll have to be rules. So basically, if the carnival is going to be safe and fun for everyone, you need to show up there early, and you need to, if you're going to be really late, you have to you got to compromise something. You're either going to miss out on carnival and all that money you spent on your customs, and the customs can be a lot of money, and the girls wear less. They pay more money to wear less clothing, pieces of string and whatnot. I'm not gonna get into that, but the whole idea is like start the carnival early, finish it early. Everyone gets to do the route and show off the costumes. The parade becomes a whole lot safer. And the crazy thing is the other people that are participating in the carnival, like you get the Brazilian bands, they all start early and they finish early and they are out of there. We want to hang around and be there all day. Well, those that want to hang around and be there all day, fine, let them do that. Start the carnival so everyone can see the beautiful costume designs, from guys like Paul, I can't even remember, and you got guys like Dan. These guys produce some amazing pieces of art so that they can display this. The mass bands can display the artwork that they put on, and then start the carnival early, finish it early. Everybody's happy. But we need to acknowledge that this is not the Caribbean. This is London. And this is a major metropolitan city with its own risks, rules, and responsibilities. That reality must be respected. It's baffling that 14 years after my original article, we are still grappling with the same issues. We all want the enjoyment, but we're not putting in the work to ensure safety, structure, and sustainability. This is an age-old problem, a complete breakdown, and it makes one wonder if it will ever be resolved. Notting Hill Carnival is just days away. We're on the eve of Notting Hill Carnival. And while I hope for the best, I fear we will see more of the same. For some hard decisions need to be made, especially in the light of events that have just happened, with 3 events where they were canceled. And at least some of the same people that will be at Carnival. Some uncomfortable truths need to be faced. If we're willing to do the work, there is still hope. This isn't just a party, it's a cultural institution, and it deserves better. Anyway, this has been In the Slivvy with Big Truck Entertainment. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that we can find a solution for Notting Hill Carnival going forward so everyone can have fun and be happy.
Anyway, Big Truck Entertainment report and review. We out.